Hello, and welcome to Speak Unstoppable, your calm and powerful space for learning English through real conversations and honest reflections. I'm Maria.
And I'm Joan. We're truly excited you're here with us today.
Before we begin, take a slow breath. This is not a test. There are no grades here, just gentle, confident progress. If you enjoy learning English in this relaxed but strong way, make sure you follow the podcast and stay connected with us, because step by step, your fluency grows naturally.
Today, we're exploring something that sounds complicated, but honestly, it isn't. Had plus past participle, would plus base form.
Yes, it looks like a grammar monster at first glance, but it's actually a powerful way to talk about life, choices, missed chances, and different realities.
So let me start with something simple. Yesterday, I tried baking a cake.
Oh no, that already sounds dangerous.
It was. And honestly, if I had followed the recipe carefully, it would taste better now.
That sentence, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
I didn't follow the recipe. The cake doesn't taste good. Past action, present result.
Beautiful. And notice something important. You didn't say, if I followed the recipe. You said, if I had followed. That little word had takes us back in time.
So when we say had plus past participle, we're opening a door to the past.
Exactly. And then we ask, what is the result? Is the result also in the past, or is it affecting the present?
That's where many learners feel confused.
So let's slow it down together. Imagine this sentence. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam.
That feels like regret.
It often is. I didn't study, I didn't pass. Everything is finished. Past cause, past result. That structure is called the third conditional.
Both parts are in the past. If I had studied, I would have passed.
Exactly. Now listen to this. If I had studied medicine, I would be a doctor now.
Ah, that feels different.
Very different. The studying decision happened years ago, but the result is today. I'm not a doctor now because of that past choice.
So that's past cause, present result.
Yes, and that's called a mixed conditional.
I like that name, mixed, because time is mixed.
And life is mixed too. Our present is full of past decisions.
That sounds deep for a grammar episode.
Grammar is never just grammar. It's how we explain our story.
Let me try another example. If I had saved more money last year, I would travel more now.
Perfect. You didn't save. Now you can't travel as much as you want. The past is shaping your current reality.
So the key question is, when is the result happening?
Exactly. Ask yourself, is the result finished in the past, or is it still affecting me today?
That makes it feel much simpler.
Let's practice with something emotional. Imagine someone says, if I had listened to my parents, I would be more disciplined now.
That feels thoughtful, almost like self-discovery.
Yes, and that's why this structure is powerful. It allows us to connect yesterday with who we are today.
But what about something completely finished, like missing a train?
Good example. If I had left earlier, I would have caught the train.
I didn't leave early. I didn't catch it. Finished story.
Exactly. That's pure third conditional. Both parts are locked in the past.
So the formula is not the important part. The timeline is.
Always the timeline. Many learners memorize structure, but forget to understand time relationships.
Can we compare 3 sentences slowly?
Yes, listen carefully. If I study hard, I will pass. If I studied hard, I would pass. If I had studied hard, I would have passed.
Three different realities.
The first one is real possibility in the future. The second is unreal present. The third is unreal past.
So conditionals are like parallel universes.
Exactly. We imagine different versions of reality.
Let me say something personal. If I had exercised more consistently last year, I would feel stronger now.
That's a perfect mixed conditional.
And it feels honest.
That's the beauty of it. This structure isn't robotic. It expresses reflection, sometimes regret, sometimes motivation.
Can it express relief, too?
Absolutely. Listen to this. If we had left 5 minutes later, we would have missed the bus.
Oh, that's relief. We didn't miss it. Thankfully.
Yes, third conditional doesn't always mean sadness. It can also show gratitude.
I noticed something. When native speakers talk fast, they don't say everything fully.
Very true. Instead of, if I had known, they say, if I'd known. Instead of, I would have gone, they say, I would have gone.
So contractions make it sound natural.
Yes, if I'd studied, I would have passed. That rhythm feels smooth and real.
Sometimes learners avoid this structure because it looks advanced.
And that avoidance limits expression. Without this form, it's hard to talk about life decisions clearly.
Let's imagine a short story.
Okay,
A student wanted to become an engineer, but he didn't apply to university. Now he works somewhere else.
we can say, if he had applied, he would have studied engineering. That's past to past.
Or we can say, if he had applied, he would be an engineer now.
Same past event, different time focus for the result.
I'm starting to feel the logic instead of memorizing it.
That's the goal. Feel it. Don't force it.
Let me try something deeper. If I had believed in myself earlier, I would be more confident today.
That sentence is powerful, and it's grammatically correct.
Because the belief was missing in the past and the confidence is missing now.
Exactly. You see how this grammar helps you talk about personal growth?
Yes, it's not just about exams and buses, it's about identity.
Before we continue further into more complex patterns, I want you listening right now to think quietly. Is there one decision from your past that affects your present?
Don't judge yourself, just observe.
Maybe it's about health, maybe education, maybe relationships.
Form a sentence in your mind. If I had, I would.
Take your time. There's no rush here. Grammar becomes natural when it connects to your own experience. Let's continue gently, but powerfully. You already understand the basic idea. Past cause, past result, or past cause, present result. Now we're going to make it feel automatic.
Because understanding is one thing, speaking is another.
Exactly. Many B1 and B2 learners know the rule, but when they speak, their brain freezes. And we don't want that. So instead of thinking about formulas, we'll focus on situations. Real life, real energy.
Real situations, the kind you actually talk about with friends.
Imagine this. You're at a job interview. The interviewer asks, "Why didn't you finish your previous project?"
That's stressful already.
You could say, "If I had managed my time better, I would have completed it successfully."
That sounds mature, not defensive, not emotional, just strong.
Yes, third conditional. The project is finished. The result is finished. Past to past. Clean timeline, clear message.
But what if the decision still affects you now?
Good question. Then you might say, if I had managed my time better, I would be in a higher position now.
Ah, that changes everything.
Same past action, different time focus for the result. That's the secret of mixed conditionals. The secret is time.
So the mistake learners often make is mixing time without realizing it.
Exactly. Listen to this incorrect sentence. If I had studied harder, I would pass the exam.
It sounds almost correct.
Almost, but would pass doesn't match the past context. If the exam already happened, we need would have passed. Past to past.
Because both events are finished.
Yes. Now listen to another common mistake. If I studied harder, I would have passed.
That feels strange.
It is. For third conditional, the if clause must have had plus past participle. If I had studied. Had is your signal. It takes you back.
So both parts must clearly show past.
Exactly. Precision with time is everything. When you control time, you control meaning.
Let's try something emotional again.
Okay, imagine someone says, if I had spoken up earlier, I would have avoided many problems.
That feels like regret.
It is. Now, change it slightly. If I had spoken up earlier, I would be more confident today.
Now it feels reflective, like growth.
That's the power of mixed conditionals. They connect your past silence with your present personality.
It's interesting how one small change shifts the meaning.
Grammar is very sensitive to time. Even one word can change the reality you're describing. One word, one timeline, one meaning.
Can we compare three similar sentences again?
Yes, listen carefully. If I call her, she will answer. If I called her, she would answer. If I had called her, she would have answered.
Three levels of reality.
The first is real future possibility. The second is unreal present. The third is unreal past. Three different worlds.
So when we use had, we're closing the door. The opportunity is gone.
Beautifully said. The moment is finished. We're just imagining an alternative version. That's advanced thinking.
Let's talk about daily life. Health, for example.
Good. Say you feel tired all the time. You could say, if I had slept earlier last night, I would feel better today.
That's mixed. The sleeping was yesterday. The feeling is now.
Exactly. Or if you're talking about yesterday only, you could say, if I had slept earlier, I would have felt better this morning.
Past to past again.
Yes. Notice how the time expression helps you decide. Time words guide you.
This makes me think about money.
Go ahead.
If I had invested in that company years ago, I would be financially independent now.
That's a perfect mixed conditional.
But if I had invested last month, I would have made a profit.
Third conditional. The opportunity is finished, and so is the result. Clean timeline again.
I think I'm starting to feel the pattern naturally.
That's the goal. Feel the time relationship instead of memorizing formulas. You're not memorizing, you're thinking.
What about using could have or might have?
Very good question. Third conditional doesn't only use would have. You can say, if I had tried harder, I could have succeeded.
That shows possibility, not certainty.
Exactly. Or, if I had left earlier, I might have avoided traffic.
That feels softer.
Yes, would have is stronger. Could have and might have show possibility or uncertainty. Same structure, different strength.
So even inside third conditional, we have emotional nuance.
Always. Language is full of nuance. That's why mastering this makes you powerful in conversation.
Let's imagine a relationship example.
Okay.
If I had communicated better, we would have understood each other.
Third conditional. The situation is finished.
But if I had communicated better, we would be closer now.
Mixed conditional. Past communication affects present connection.
That difference feels subtle but important.
Very important, especially in storytelling and deep conversations. This is B2 confidence.
I notice that native speakers sometimes reverse the order.
Yes, you don't always have to start with if. You can say, I would be happier now if I had followed my passion.
Same meaning, different rhythm.
Exactly. Sometimes reversing makes it sound more natural. Flexible English is strong English.
Can we practice quick mental exercises?
Yes, I'll give you a situation. You form a sentence in your mind. Ready? You missed your flight yesterday.
If I had left earlier, I would have caught the flight.
Excellent. Now this one. You didn't learn coding 5 years ago. Now you don't work in tech.
If I had learned coding, I would work in tech now.
Perfect mixed conditional.
This is actually becoming clearer.
That's because you're connecting it to real life. Real life makes grammar stick.
I think learners panic because they see long grammar names.
True. Third conditional. Mixed conditional. The names sound scary, but the idea is simple. When did it happen, and when is the result?
Time check.
Always time check.
If I had believed in myself earlier, I would have taken more risks.
Past to past.
And if I had believed in myself earlier, I would be more confident today.
Past to present.
Same beginning, different endings.
Exactly. The second clause decides everything. Control the ending, control the meaning.
I like that this structure allows self-reflection without confusion.
Yes, it makes your English sound thoughtful, mature, and strong. This is the kind of English that feels powerful.
So, if someone wants to sound more advanced at B2 level, mastering this is important.
Very important. It appears in interviews, advice, storytelling, even motivational speeches. Everywhere.
And movies.
Definitely movies. You'll hear sentences like, you would have understood if you had listened.
That sounds intense.
And grammatically perfect.
I feel more confident already.
Good, because in a moment, we're going to push this further into more complex speaking situations and make sure it feels completely natural in fast conversation. Stay with us. Keep your energy high. Your English is getting stronger right now. Now that the structure feels clearer, let's make it even more natural. Because real fluency doesn't happen when you repeat rules. It happens when you use them without fear.
Yes, when you don't stop in the middle of a sentence to think about grammar, when your words just flow.
Exactly. So now, imagine we're just having a normal conversation about life decisions. No pressure, no classroom, just real life.
That's where this structure really lives, not in books, in stories.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever think about choices you didn't make?
All the time. If I had moved abroad after graduation, I would be living in a completely different environment now.
Beautiful mixed conditional. The move didn't happen in the past, the result would be happening now. Past decision, present reality.
And it feels realistic, not like textbook English.
That's because it connects to identity. Now let me try. If I had taken more risks in my early 20s, I would be more adventurous today.
That sounds honest and powerful.
And grammatically correct. Past decision, present personality. This is how grammar becomes self-expression.
What about something finished, like a missed opportunity?
Good. Imagine this. If I had applied for that scholarship, I would have studied abroad.
Both actions are finished, so that's third conditional.
Yes, the application didn't happen, the studying didn't happen. It's a closed story. Past to past.
I think the emotional tone changes too. Third conditional often sounds like regret.
Often, yes, but not always. Listen to this. If we had taken the earlier road, we would have gotten stuck in traffic.
That's relief.
Exactly. You're grateful that something didn't happen. Same structure, different emotion.
So the same structure can show regret, relief, blame, reflection.
Yes, the grammar stays the same. The emotion changes with context. Structure is stable. Meaning is flexible.
Let's talk about blame for a second.
Carefully.
If you had told me the truth, I would have helped you.
That can sound supportive or slightly accusatory. Tone really matters.
So grammar gives structure. Your voice gives feeling.
Always. Never forget that.
Now, can we look at more complex comparisons?
Yes, listen to these carefully. If I work hard, I will succeed. If I worked hard, I would succeed. If I had worked hard, I would have succeeded.
Present reality. Unreal present, unreal past.
Exactly. Now, add one more layer. If I had worked hard, I would be successful now.
That's mixed. The working happened in the past. The success would exist today.
Perfect. You see how one small shift changes the timeline? This is logic, not memorization.
This really is about logic.
Yes, let's go deeper into real speaking situations. Imagine someone says, "Why don't you feel confident when you speak English?"
You could answer, if I had practiced more consistently, I would feel more comfortable now.
Mixed conditional, past habit affecting present confidence.
But if you're talking about one specific presentation last week, you'd say, if I had practiced more, I would have felt confident during the presentation.
Exactly, past to past. Details decide everything.
So details matter. Are we talking about now or about then?
That's the key question every single time.
Can we try a storytelling example?
Yes, imagine a woman named Sarah. She wanted to start her own business, but she was afraid of failure. She stayed in a safe job.
So we can say, if Sarah had started her business, she would have faced many challenges.
Past to past. Hypothetical situation completely in the past.
Or, if Sarah had started her business, she would be running her own company today.
Past decision, present identity. Same beginning, different future.
I noticed something interesting. The first clause stays the same, only the second clause changes.
Exactly. The if clause often remains stable. The result clause carries the time focus. The power lives in the second clause.
That makes it easier to build sentences.
Start with the past event, then decide when the result lives. Past, use would have. Present, use would.
Let me try something again. If I had woken up earlier this morning, I would have arrived on time.
Third conditional, finished story.
And if I had developed better habits years ago, I would be more organized now.
Mixed conditional, long-term effect. That's powerful self-reflection.
This structure feels very useful for interviews.
Absolutely. Imagine an interviewer asking, "Why didn't you improve your skills earlier?"
You could say, if I had understood the importance sooner, I would have invested more time in learning.
That sounds reflective, not defensive.
And if I had understood the importance sooner, I would be in a stronger position today.
That sounds strategic and mature. You're connecting past insight with present growth.
So mastering this structure actually improves professional communication.
Yes, it shows analytical thinking. You're connecting cause and effect across time.
Let's talk about pronunciation again.
Good idea. In natural speech, people rarely say the full form. Instead of if I had known, they say if I'd known.
And instead of I would have gone, they say I would have gone.
Exactly. So you might hear, if I'd known, I would have helped. It flows naturally.
That sounds much smoother.
Practice contractions. They make your English sound confident and alive.
Sometimes learners avoid this structure because they're afraid of making mistakes.
That's normal, but avoiding it limits expression. Without it, it's difficult to talk about alternative pasts, and life is full of alternative pasts.
Very true.
Let's do a small mental challenge.
Okay.
Think about education. If I had focused more in school, I would have achieved higher grades.
Past to past.
Or, if I had focused more in school, I would be more confident in my abilities now.
Past to present.
Same beginning, different time lens. It's like adjusting a camera. You choose where to focus.
That's a helpful image.
Visual thinking makes grammar powerful instead of abstract.
I would be healthier now if I had exercised more regularly.
Perfect. Same meaning, different order. Flexible structure, same logic.
I feel like this structure gives language emotional depth.
It does. Listen to this. If I had trusted myself more, I would be living differently today.
That sounds almost poetic.
Grammar becomes poetic when it connects to truth.
I think the biggest mistake learners make is ignoring the result time.
Yes, they focus too much on the first clause, but the second clause tells you everything. Would have for finished results, would for present effects.
So always ask, is the result finished or is it affecting me now?
Exactly. That single question solves most confusion. And now you're not just understanding it, you're owning it.
I'm starting to feel comfortable using this naturally.
That's the goal, not perfection, comfort. Because when you're comfortable, you speak without fear. And when you speak without fear, grammar becomes part of you.
I think we're ready to bring everything together clearly and confidently.
Yes, now we'll summarize, strengthen your clarity, and make sure this structure feels completely yours when you use it in real life. Stay with us. Your English is rising. Now, let's bring everything together slowly and clearly. You've seen the structure. You've felt the timeline. You've used it in conversation. Now it's time to make it completely natural.
Because understanding is step 1. Confidence is step 2.
Exactly. So let's make this simple. There are only 2 main patterns you need to remember.
Just 2, not 20.
First pattern, if plus had plus past participle, would have plus past participle.
That's third conditional.
Yes, past cause, past result, completely finished situation.
Example?
If I had left earlier, I would have caught the train.
I didn't leave early. I didn't catch it. End of story.
Exactly. The door is closed.
And the second pattern?
If plus had plus past participle, would plus base form.
That's mixed conditional.
Yes, past cause, present result.
Example?
If I had left earlier, I would be at the office now.
I didn't leave earlier, and now I'm not at the office.
Perfect. Same beginning, different ending, different timeline.
So the real question is always, when is the result happening?
Yes, that one question can solve almost every confusion.
Let's practice correction one more time.
Good idea. I'll say a wrong sentence. You fix it in your mind. If I had known about the meeting, I would attend.
That's wrong because the meeting is finished. It should be, I would have attended.
Correct. Now another one. If I had practiced more, I would have been confident now.
That's mixed conditional, so it should be, I would be confident now.
Exactly. See how your brain automatically checks time now?
Yes, it feels clearer. Okay.
That clarity is what B2 level thinking looks like. You're not just speaking, you're analyzing time relationships.
Let's imagine real-life areas again. Health,
If I had exercised more consistently, I would feel stronger today.
career,
If I had accepted that offer, I would be working abroad now.
education,
If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam.
relationships,
If I had communicated better, things would be different now.
money.
If I had saved earlier, I would be more financially secure.
These feel real, not like grammar exercises.
Because grammar becomes powerful when it connects to life.
I noticed something else. Sometimes we use could have or might have.
Yes, for example, if I had tried harder, I could have won.
That shows possibility.
Exactly. Or, if I had left earlier, I might have avoided traffic.
That shows uncertainty.
So even inside third conditional, you have emotional shades.
That makes English expressive.
Very expressive.
I want to talk about confidence for a moment.
Go ahead.
Many learners understand this structure when they read it, but when they speak, they panic.
That's normal. Speaking happens fast. Your brain doesn't have time to search for formulas.
So, what should learners do?
Practice small reflections daily. For example, at the end of the day, think of one sentence. If I had woken up earlier, I would have finished more work.
That's simple and realistic.
Or think about your long-term life. If I had started earlier, I would be further now.
That sounds deep.
Reflection builds automatic usage. The more personal the sentence, the easier it becomes.
I like that idea. It makes grammar part of thinking.
Exactly, not just something you memorize for exams.
Let's talk about fluency.
Yes, fluency is not speaking fast. Fluency is speaking clearly.
So, even if you pause for a second to check time, that's okay.
Absolutely. It's better to pause and be accurate than rush and confuse the timeline.
I feel like this structure makes conversations more mature.
It does. Listen to this sentence. If I had understood the consequences, I would have acted differently.
That sounds thoughtful.
Or, if I had understood the consequences, I would be more careful today.
That sounds responsible.
Exactly. It shows cause and effect awareness.
Before we close, can you give a memory trick?
Yes, think of it like this. Had is your time machine. It sends you back. Would have is a finished movie scene. Would is today's reality.
That's simple.
When you say had, imagine stepping into the past. Then ask yourself, where does the result live? In the past? Use would have. In the present? Use would.
That mental picture really helps.
Good, because now I want you to try something on your own. Think about one regret from the past. Form a third conditional sentence.
Then think about one past decision that still affects your life now. Form a mixed conditional sentence.
And finally, create one sentence about something small from today. Maybe you missed a bus or forgot something.
Keep it simple. Keep it real.
Remember, you don't need perfect grammar to communicate. Even native speakers sometimes mix conditionals in fast speech.
But understanding this structure gives you control.
Yes, control over how you express your story.
Grammar becomes confidence.
And confidence becomes fluency.
If you practice this regularly, you'll notice something interesting.
What?
You'll start hearing this structure everywhere. In interviews, in movies, in daily conversations.
That's true. Once you understand it, you can't unhear it.
And when you can hear it clearly, you can use it naturally.
Exactly. That's how progress happens. Slowly, calmly, consistently.
We're really proud of you for staying with us through this topic.
Yes, it's not an easy structure at first, but you handled it step by step.
Before we finish, write 3 sentences for yourself.
1/3 conditional,
1 mixed conditional,
and 1 personal reflection that feels meaningful to you.
practice quietly, no pressure.
Thank you for learning with us today.
Keep going
Keep reflecting.
and keep speaking.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!